Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start with a story about a memorable encounter at a retail job that tested both patience and policy. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned-on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. Here we go. You are personally going to deliver this to me, or else. I'm a tile salesman. This occurred a little while ago. In our back aisle, we had a display of patterned tiles. There were 6 tiles making up the display. Each tile had a slightly different assortment of squares / triangles / circles on it. When you purchase this tile, you'll get a random assortment of patterned tiles in each box. This is relevant to the story, trust me. Our tale begins on a sunny Saturday morning. A couple arrive to collect 30 or so boxes of these patterned tiles. I load them up without a hitch, and the customers go on their way. About an hour after loading the order, I get a phone call, and it's the woman from earlier, and she is not happy. She'll be angry lady, AL, and I'll be me. AL, hi, we collected tiles an hour ago, and you gave us the wrong ones. Me, hello there, can I start off by getting your order number to check what tiles you ordered? AL, it's 1234. Me, okay, so you should have received 30 boxes of patterned tile. I actually loaded the order myself, and you've definitely received the tiles that are on your docket. Was there perhaps a mix-up when you ordered the tiles and the sales rep confused the tile you'd chosen? AL, no, it's these tiles, but we wanted all of this particular pattern. Me, I see. Well, unfortunately, that tile is sold as it is on display, meaning you get a random assortment of patterned tiles in each box. AL, no, that's wrong. When I bought them, I was told I could get all the one tile. Me, ma'am, the sales rep you dealt with would never have told you that, as he's fully aware of the way that particular tile is sold. I think there may have been some miscommunication between yourselves and the sales rep you dealt with. If you'd like, you can bring the tiles back and we'll swap them for something else. AL, no, you will give me what I ordered. I want it all in the one tile. Me, I'm sorry, but that's simply impossible. We'd have to open every box and pick out the particular tile you want from hundreds of boxes, and we'd then be unable to sell the rest of the stock as all the boxes would be open. AL, that's not my problem. You're going to come here and get these tiles that you effed up and bring me the ones I ordered. At this point, I'm getting pretty fed up at being yelled at, so I inform the lady that I'll contact my manager and see what can be done. The manager's off on Saturday, so it took me a little while to get a hold of him. While I was trying, this woman's husband called and proceeded to abuse another sales rep over the telephone. He told us that the display in question was in fact all one tile and that we must have changed the display after his wife called. We told him that this had certainly not happened and that the display had been the same for the past month at least. I finally get through to my manager, who tells me that I can exchange the tiles if the customer brings them back, but I can under no circumstances go through all the boxes to give these people the 300 tiles with one particular pattern that they want. I call the lady back to inform her of this, and she tells me, AL, no, I told you that you're going to collect these tiles and bring me the ones I asked for. Now you call me back in 5 minutes and tell me when you'll be delivering my tiles. She slams the phone down. At this point, I feel that I've endured enough of this lady, and I've informed her of what I can reasonably do for her, bearing in mind we didn't even have to offer an exchange for these tiles. I decided to carry on with my workday as normal. 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. It's angry lady's husband, ALH. ALH, you said you'd call us back when our tiles were on their way. Me, no sir. I'm afraid I gave you the option of returning the tiles and exchanging them for something else, barring that there's nothing else I can offer you. ALH, you effed up our order and you have to fix it. You're gonna come and get these effing tiles and bring us the ones we want now. It's at this point I lost my temper. Me, I have told you what your options are. We are not at fault because you made an assumption during your purchase of tiles. Goodbye. I slammed the phone down and it felt incredibly good. Not 10 seconds later, the phone rings again, and the other sales rep answers it, and I can hear this man screaming over the phone. He passes the phone to me, and I hear, "What kind of man hangs up on someone?" Right as I hang up again. We never heard back from them, strangely enough. That was quite a story. Who knew selling tiles was so exciting? I feel for you. No one deserves to be spoken to like that. And our second story. when your racket with the local cops bites you in the butt internationally. This happened a few years ago when I was serving overseas with the U.S. military. The location I was at was in a poor area. There's a fair number of panhandlers, a lot of petty crime, and just people doing stupid crap. Well, one racket that goes on in this area, and apparently in other areas of the country too, is the local cops incentivize reporting vehicles without a date of inspection sticker. Apparently they give these people access to the inspection database if they think the sticker's fake or stolen, which actually does happen. If you drive a motorcycle, one of the things they tell you when you in process is to keep the sticker in your wallet, not on the vehicle, or else it'll just get peeled off. Anyway, what these people will do if they find a car with an out-of-date sticker, or if they run the plates and find it's out of date, they'll jimmy the door open, steal every single thing out of the car, and leave a note that they've taken it to the police station. The idea is that you show up at the police station to get your stuff, and they force you to pay the fine for an overdue sticker, and then give you a deadline for an inspection, or else you'll get another fine. Well, I came out to my car one morning, and lo and behold, there was a note on my seat saying that all my stuff was at the local police station because my inspection sticker was fake, and I had to go get it. No, not only am I late for work, and my kid's also going to be late for school because there's no bus, and I have to drive her every morning on my way. Also, my inspection sticker is not out of date, so I have no idea what's going on. Now, here's the thing that was extremely problematic, was I had put my passport and my wife/kids in the glove box because I was taking them to the base to get some paperwork done, as well as grab some paperwork for my wife to apply for a new passport because hers was expired. I'm very forgetful, so I put them in the night before and made sure the car was locked. Yeah, dumb mistake. Anyway, I get to the station, ask them what the heck was going on, and then when I have them, look clearly at the inspection documents that the guy had taken, which clearly stated the car had been inspected and was current. They apologized and told me that they'd give my things back, and I had to wait there for a second. I asked to file a police report for theft, but they looked at me like I had 3 heads and told me nothing was stolen, even though somebody broke into my car and took my things. This is when a light bulb went off in my head, and this might fall into the unethical category. The guy had taken official U.S. passports, which might be a problem, but probably nothing would come of it since they were turned right into the police. However, I asked him where my wife's passport was. They told me that whatever's there is there. I said I needed a police report because I needed to contact the U.S. Embassy about a stolen passport, and the fact that this police station would know exactly who the person was that stole it because they dropped off my things that morning. I have never seen someone's attitude change as quickly as that cop's attitude changed. He tried to talk me out of filing a police report, but I was pretty insistent, so I went ahead with the police report, and then I did contact the embassy and reported the passport stolen and gave them all the information of the police station, and when I got the police report, I emailed it to them as well. Wound up getting a free passport out of it for my trouble. The embassy told me they were going to handle it, and from what I heard, the person who broke into my car actually got arrested and fined and was looking at additional charges because he stole foreign documents. Really would have liked to have been a fly on the wall when one of the local cops rolled into wherever he was at and told him to come with them. I don't feel bad at all. Hopefully dude learned his lesson, and I didn't have any further issues until I PCS'd home. Hopefully that saved a few other people the inconvenience of having their stuff stolen out of their own car, legally. And our last story. Neighbor tries to steal driveway. My neighbor Jen recently discovered that 3 square meters of our second driveway are on her land. She also bought a new Mazda MX-5. One night, as Jen was looking at our driveway, my parents and I went outside. She invited us to admire her new car. It's a very nice car indeed, and as we were looking at it, she began discussing parking options. She mentioned installing a new driveway next to ours, to which we had no objections. Our driveway is made up of pavers, and one day we noticed that Jen was digging up plants that lined our driveway but were technically on her property. My family thought this was odd, but we didn't say anything. A couple of days later, my mother went outside to talk to her, and Jen explained that she planned to park on our driveway while she was constructing her own. We decided to let her continue because she was doing a great job repaving our driveway. The next day, we discovered the exact part of our driveway she owned. It was just a tiny triangle at the boundary next to the council's land. The council's land extends 3 meters into everyone's property where a footpath would be. Later that day, we saw her reinstalling the pavers and adding some of her own. We called the local council and inquired about the legality of her parking there. Turned out to be illegal for her to park since it would block a footpath, and parking on the council's land is not permitted. My dad confronted her about the illegality and the fact she was blocking our access. Surprisingly, she said she didn't care. This was quite shocking, as she'd always been nice to us in the past. Today, she finished installing the last of her pavers, then drove her car into our driveway. We also discovered that she had never actually planned to make her own driveway. Because she owns a tiny portion of our driveway, she now claims it is hers. Update. Inform the council that I will build a fence to mark our boundaries, so they can't say I didn't. Gave our neighbor warnings, and then towed her. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.